today I want to have a go at playing around with some different ways of animating text. So obviously I know nowadays there's so many computer programs and it makes it just so easy to just write things like this, but I kind of want to stick with the pure animation where I can. So we're going to have a play around with some different types of animation. Now I'm trying to make things accessible, so I'm going to use 3 techniques that I think are quite easy. We're going to use Microsoft Paint. So underrated. Everyone seems to hate Paint. I don't really know why, but I am a big fan. I spend way too much time on there for a grown-up, or for anyone for that matter. Anyway, so I'm going to have a go at trying to animate something in Paint. I'll see how that goes. My other 2 options are, I've got a bunch of buttons. So we're going to use those to spell some things out on the floor, which I think is going to be quite fun to do. Also, I think that's quite an easy one. You can do it with anything you've got lying around that's kind of small and or circular. So buttons, coins, that sort of thing. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and then my 3rd option is Scrabble. So yeah, we're not going to start playing Scrabble, by the way, in case you're worried I was just going to like decide to come play a board game. And there's no one else here, can't play it with anyone. So yeah, we've got Scrabble. So basically I've got some tiles, and my idea is I'm going to use these to spell some things out, which I thought might look quite cute. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see which one looks the best. I think it's probably going to be a case of some look better for different things. So there are going to be things that might look better as titles, or things that look better just to drop in during the animation itself. But yeah, we'll have a go. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, I'll let you know what my thoughts are at the end. So yeah, let's get cracking.
So first off, we're going to start editing the video with the buttons. So I've opened up DaVinci Resolve, and then we're just going to open up an untitled project. Then I'm going to make that a size so we can actually see what's going on. There we are. And then we want to open up the Edit tab where we're going to edit our video. So here are the pictures I've taken. So what I've done is I've started with the actual full word. Now, yes, I know what you're thinking. What have you written there? I don't know. I was going for higher, but seemed to have some sort of meltdown in the middle and wrote high, which I did Google this in case you're interested. I think it's some sort of a Japanese electronics company, which is not something I was trying to advertise. But here we are. So yeah, I was being a bit of a lazy animator and couldn't bother to redo that. So I'm just going to live with this. Obviously, if this was for a little film or something, I would obviously had to do this again. But just for the purposes of illustrating this, we're just going to live with this and embrace the chaos. So what I've done first here is written the word, not the right word, but a word. And then we're going to take away a button each time. So if I scroll through these, you can see what I've done. So if you can see, the buttons are moving away each time. So this is much easier than moving the buttons in, which looks nice. But unless you really know what you're doing, and as we can see from my spelling, I really don't, you're going to end up with a bit of a chaotic mess where the words are a bit higgledy-piggledy. And I know you're thinking it's not going to look as good like that when in a finished edit, but we can reverse the speed in DaVinci Resolve. So I'm going to show you that. So basically these are the photos. So I just wanted to explain what I was doing there. And then I'm going to actually show you what to do with them. So if we just highlight all of these in here, and then we're just going to drag them over into the Edit tab, and they're just going to be nicely together. Play that. I think that's going to be a little bit fast. Yeah, so a little bit fast for my liking. So going to clip attributes and custom, I normally try and work at about 8, which is, I don't think top animators would be happy with me, but I'm not deft enough to be able to animate to a state where 24 frames looks good. It just looks really fast. I think I need to work on this, but for the purposes of today, I'm going to be using 8 frames. do whatever works for you. There are certain animations, it depends on what you've done. You might find that going up a frame rate, like maybe 12 might work better, maybe coming down to 6. It does depend on what you're animating. So if you're making a short film, you might want to use 6 frames in one shot, and then for the next use 15. You're just gonna have to play about with it. It's something that you're just gonna have to get used to, unfortunately, but it's quite fun to have a play around. So yeah, have a go with that when you're doing animating. So we're just gonna have a look at what this looks like. I think that speed looks a bit better. So here we are with our 8. So I think that was good, but obviously, like I said before, it's going in the wrong direction. But if you go into clip speed, there's a reverse speed option. So if we change that and then we play it through, it spells it out like you're spelling it. Now you probably want the word to stay on the screen a little bit longer. So what I would then do is, if we go up to our top image, so if you were doing this perhaps for a, so if you're using this perhaps for a title, you would probably want your actual word to stay on a little bit longer. So if we just drag this in here, about there, you probably want your actual word to stay on a little bit longer. So if we just tweak this, so we play that again, let's see what happens. Oh, so our word's coming in and being spelled, and then at the end it's just going to hold on that image, which I think will work better if you're using this, like say, for your titles or something. So yeah, I think that's quite cute. I think that works quite well. So here we are again in DaVinci Resolve. I've opened up another blank project and we're back in the edit tab. Now I've done this in Microsoft Paint. I've done some pictures, but just to give you an idea, if you for some reason have never come across Paint before, you can find it in the accessories menu on any Microsoft computer. It's a free program, and it's just quite fun to have a little play with. So what I've got here is just a blank rectangle, so you can colour it in whatever colour you want, and then I've done some writing on mine, so you can do your normal font. I like Showcard Gothic. Probably best show you is the best way to do this. It's basically like I think the sort of text you would put on a Halloween invite, which is quite exciting because I am a big Halloween fan, as I've probably said before. I'm not sure why, because I'm scared of most things, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, basically you can write in that like that, just to give you an idea. So yeah, go have a play around in Paint. If nothing else, it's going to be great fun. So that's what we do, but I'm just going to show you what I actually did in Paint. So where have I put my pictures? Here they are. So what I've basically done is I've started with a blank document. So then I've just dropped in my colour and named that 1. I then saved as and created a separate document called 2. When that has opened, I've added a 1 letter. I've then saved as again and added another letter, and we've kept going until I've written what I wanted to write. So you can see what's happened there. Obviously you could do this with anything. You could build up a picture or whatever you like. I've also had a little play at the end where I've done this little thing, so it looks like his stars are moving. Yes, I didn't have a lot going on this day. So yeah, I think that was quite cute, but we're going to see what it looks like all together. So we're just going to do the same as we did last time with the buttons. I'm going to highlight all these images and we're just going to drag those over into DaVinci Resolve, and then we're going to again have a little play around here with the frame rate. If this will work, why is this not playing? Oh, computers. Anyways, we're gonna have a go. I'm just gonna have got 10 to start with for the frame rate here and see what this looks like. Obviously this isn't going backwards, this is going in the right direction, so I think that was cute. So then we're just gonna, for the final image, just gonna drop that in again, just sit and hold. So I think this is the sort of thing that would be good for like a title on like a YouTube video or just a video or whatever you're doing. Let's just have a look. I think that looks better. So yeah, I think that's cute. But obviously we've also got this other little picture with the stars in a different direction. So I think we're just gonna have a little play here. See what this looks like. Cool, so I think we're just gonna, now this is just me playing, so my idea is these stars are just gonna dance about a little bit. I just thought it might be quite cute. Oh yeah, I like that. So yeah, that's a little bit of an extra there, but I think that was quite cute. So yeah, gonna export that and we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cute. So yeah, I think that's a fun idea. So let's move on to the next one. Right, so here we are, we've got a new project open, as we now know how to do, and then we're going to do our Scrabble tiles. So what I've done here is I've got a Scrabble board, how exciting, and then each time I've just added a letter. This is quite a simple one, and it's got 2 double words, God, how exciting is that? I've not played Scrabble in a while. Does that quadruple it? I don't know, this is not actually about Scrabble, but I now want to play Scrabble. Focus. So you can probably see the lighting's a bit bad here, but there is a little bit of glare up here, and for some reason I think the board had a slightly like shiny surface on it, which was reflecting the light. So if I upped the light, I was then getting so much glare I couldn't see what was going on. So I think we're gonna have to try and fix this in post-production. So close this down and then see what we can do. So I'll highlight all these images, and then we're just going to drag those in here and see what we can do. Now, because there's only a few images here, I'm going to use a smaller frame rate, so 6. We'll see what this does. Oh, it was already set up for 6. I must have used it for another video. Oh, that's cute. So if we go into the colour tab, we can play around with the colour. Now, I can never remember which one it is, but I think I'm actually on the right one here. There's loads of different things you can do on this tab. You can change lots of things like with the colour and the lighting and loads of stuff. So if you have any problems with how your images look, there's so much you can do in here. But today we're just playing with the shadow. So I think if I just up this one, yes. Oh, that looks so much better. So let's just have a look at that again. Perfect.
Hey. So I think this all went pretty well. I think the main use for them would be for opening titles or the closing credits of a little short film, or if you're doing like a little YouTube video or something like that. But yeah, I think they all worked quite effectively for that. Certainly I think the paint one was the best one, in my opinion. Do let me know which one you preferred below. I really like the vibrancy of the colours. I think that worked really well, and it's certainly something I want to do more of. So if you've got any more things that you want me to try and paint, do shout out. I can't guarantee I'll actually be able to achieve any of them, but I'll give it a go. So yeah, we're definitely going to do some more stuff with paint on this channel. Then the buttons. I think this is quite a simplistic idea, but I think it would be great for a beginner. Certainly maybe if you're trying to introduce animation to children, I think this would be a good one. And it's quite accessible. You could use things like buttons, you could use coins. I think some sweets would work quite well. Things like Skittles and Smarties I think would look quite cute because they're quite bright colours. If you are going to do that, I would recommend using a table rather than doing it on the floor like I did. Otherwise you're going to ruin your snacks, and that's not going to be good, is it? Because as you know, after a hard day of animating, you are going to want a nice snack. So yeah, I think that would be a really good one to try with some children. And then the Scrabble. So yeah, I thought this one was quite cute. I think it would actually work quite well to use if your characters are actually playing a board game, and it's something you could actually try with other board games. So having them playing a board game, a small simplified version in the animation, and then cutting to the board an actual full-sized board within the clips. It's not something I've ever tried before, but after doing this, I really want to try it. I have absolutely no need to do this at all, but my brain's just like, well, this is a great idea. Why are we not doing this? Because I have grown-up things to do. But yeah, we're probably going to end up making a tiny Scrabble board and playing Scrabble with some little animated people, so watch out for that one. If there's any more text animating techniques you'd like me to try, do let me know, and I hope you found this all useful. Stay tuned because there's going to be much more animation techniques, information about new videos I'm putting up and new little animations coming soon. So remember to subscribe so you get all the information about all of those. And until next time, happy animating. Bye.